good, guys? Welcome back to the Milk Carton series. I'm your host, Stephanie, if you are new. And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be focusing on a missing persons case. Today, we're going to be discussing 24-year-old Amanda DeGuio. Now, before we begin, I do want to give like a disclaimer. I will not tolerate any negative comments under this video, and I say that because this video relates to someone battling drug addiction, and drug addiction is very dear to my heart. And I mean, we recently lost DMX to, drug addiction, and one thing I can say is no matter what a person has done in their life, they don't deserve to be missing and they don't deserve to die. I always believe in that. Especially having a parent who overcame drug addiction. I'm just not going to tolerate that in my comment section today. So, forewarning you. So let's get into today's video. So today, guys, like I said, we'll be discussing 24-year-old Amanda. Amanda would be 31 years old if she is still alive. But we're going to speak positivity and say that she is. So Amanda is 31 now. Amanda went missing from Dreddix Hill, Pennsylvania on June 3rd of 2014. Amanda is listed at, her height is like 5'1" to like 5'3" in one of the articles that I read. And her weight is listed at around 100 pounds. So, you can do your own research as far as those things, but that's just what was giving, kind of estimation, because sometimes you really don't know. Amanda is a Caucasian female. She has brown hair with a blue eye. Now, she does have some tattoos, which I'm going to actually look right here because I want to double check and make sure I have the correct stuff. So she has lips on her right buttocks, the shape of Italy with the words La Vita Bella inscribed above her right side, the name Tommy under her right breast, the letters SC on her ring finger, and the letters MF on the inside of her lower lip. They go by the name of Adriana Stacy or Gianna. So like I said previously, the last date anyone had seen Amanda was June 3rd, 2014. And Amanda did struggle with drug addiction because when she was pregnant during her labor, she kind of went through something where she got hooked onto the painkillers, and a lot of people do get hooked on like Percocets, Oxycontin, and all that type of stuff. Well, that was pretty much the case for Amanda, and she got really hooked up on to the particular painkillers that she had. Now, she had been fighting this battle of trying to make sure she was being a great mother to her daughters, and and her big dreams. Like from what I read, I really feel like Amanda was trying to do everything possible that she wanted to do, but then she just fell on hard times. So it had been stated that the family went to Disney World before her disappearance, and she was really gun-ho on getting her life back in order. She was really trying to be a better mother, trying to, figure out what was the long-term goals of her life, because so much time had already passed. And, I can only imagine from the outside looking in, doing this, you're not necessarily where you want to be. So I feel like that's where Amanda's mindset was. When her mother returned to her house, Amanda pretty much wasn't there. Her belongings were still there. Her phone, credit cards, anything belonging to Amanda was still in this possession in the home. But Amanda really wasn't reported missing until about August. And that is because when you have someone battling with drug addiction and different things in their lives, sometimes they go missing, sometimes they show back up. And that was kind of the case for Amanda. Although she was getting her life back in order, they felt like this time was definitely a little bit different. So before she actually went missing, it had been said that Amanda picked up someone else's prescription at the pharmacy, and a warrant was sent out for her arrest. And at first, law enforcement just thought the typical BS, well, this person is, a drug addict and they're pretty much not who they are. They don't care. They don't care about people who do drugs. They feel like once someone does drugs, that's pretty much their life. Like they feel like people can't overcome it. I honestly feel like that. Like they don't give them a chance. They don't give them the point to have like faith that they actually are missing, legitimately missing. And so it had been also stated that Amanda was into escorting, and her family was like, had found out about it. And I guess this was before she went missing, but nonetheless, they thought maybe she was in like human trafficking, something, but nothing really panned out for that. If you guys, I don't know if you guys watched, it was a documentary on like the back page of how like a lot of young girls get put onto this page for escorting. So when the family found out that her page was on there as an advertisement, can only imagine how they felt. Like, what the hell is my child doing? You know, like, you want to have so much faith in them that they're going to do right, and you're never going to give up on your kid. That's just the bottom line. But nothing truly panned out, even though that she was on this back page.
Somebody knows something, and we're hoping that that one person will answer our prayers.
And I pray that when I look out the window, I'm going to hear a knock. And it's going to be Amanda. She's going to say, Annie, I'm here. Please bring her home. I wouldn't want any other parent ever to go through what this kind of feeling is. It is complete torture. No day is okay.
And it sucks, as I was reading, that her family didn't initially go to the police because they knew their daughter had a drug problem. But when she didn't show up, and I can only imagine, like, although she's been battling some things, some people literally will not leave their children. Like, I know they may go through stuff, but some people won't leave their children. And it could just be something may have happened to her in the process of just leaving outside her house. In the summer of 2018, police did renew her case, basically taking it from a missing persons case to a criminal investigation. They didn't release any information regarding it, probably to, you know, keep it safe, because the person who, maybe they have like a person of interest, might know specific details. So if you release it, it kind of halts the investigation, because only that individual will know what has happened to a person. So you kind of want to like guard it a little bit. July of 2019, the family thought that they had like this really great big tip. There had been reported sightings of Amanda, and there was even a photo circulating of a girl who resembled Amanda. Law enforcement went ahead with this lead. They basically tracked the girl down, and when they got close to the girl, it had turned out that in fact this wasn't actually Amanda, which was a devastating blow to their family. There had been other reportings that maybe she was held against her will, living with an older man, because, you know, before she went missing, her family had found out about the Backpage website, but there hasn't been anything that turned out with that. The family does want to know what has happened to Amanda. Even if she was met with foul play, they want to properly bury her if that is what has happened to her, which all families deserve. You guys know I speak on that. So I try my best to share stories I never heard about, and you guys probably never even heard about. And that is pretty much it. Amanda is still missing. I don't think, when I looked at everything, even though she was even though she was like at the pharmacy, took someone else's, you know, stuff, it makes me think what might have set her off to relapse, because she stole someone's, you know, Oxycontin. And I don't know, because I'm not a drug, I have never done drugs, you know, may smoke a little weed, but I ain't never done painkillers, never got hooked onto those things. And I just feel like maybe some people just are battling internal things. There's nothing that you can do. They have to want it for themselves, and it sucks. But at the end of the day, she's still someone's loved one, and the family deserves to know what has happened. And it also makes you wonder, whoever's stuff she stole, did they, you know, find out that she stole it? You know what I mean? Like, I just wonder what happened to her, you know, to go missing. And now you at 24, you're now, you know, technically 31, the same freaking age that I will be this year. It really makes you wonder, like, what happened to Amanda? What happened to her? Always, guys, I will drop all links down below so you can go and read her story. There's not a lot of information, but as we do our parts, continue to share posters. Hopefully one day someone will come about and say if there's any new information. That's all we can do. Look at the case with Alexis Murphy. You know, her family didn't even know what happened to her. Well, found her body for 7 whole years. And there was another case where it was like 20 years. You know, I just pray that no matter how long they find something, and hopefully none of their family members are deceased by the time they find out what has happened to her. So guys, as always, I'll drop everything down below and send in a family love and light.